All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another Cocky Talk with Gamecock Chuck and the Deal Maker. I'm getting ready to bring him in here in a second. Hope the audio is okay. Tonight we got a little show for you. Hopefully it'll be a good one. We'll see. Hopefully get a lot of interaction. Help us out. Hit that like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. Help this channel grow. And without any further ado, we'll bring in my co-host, the Deal Maker. Let me get him on. What's up, Scott? What's up, Jordan? How you doing, buddy?
What's happening? How's everybody this evening?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Hope you are.
If I'd be any better, I'd be a daisy.
Well, you'd be something, that's for sure. But like I said, we got a little show lined up. Got a few things I want to discuss and whatever else you want to talk about. And we'll let the chat kind of dictate some of it as well, whatever they want to talk about. And we'll go from there. First thing, of course, like me and you've been talking back and forth, still no word on Rasul Faison, his decision. A lot of several Gamecock fans that I saw on X are pissed off, perturbed, upset, whatever you want to say. But like you told me and like we've talked, not surprised. I was kind of hoping we'd hear something, but with the NCAA, I'm not surprised. What's your take on it?
Well, and you and I have discussed this. It's who's the bigger guy? You know, that's the stance that the NCAA is taking. And not that I agree with it by no means, but they're catching heat not only from, you know, the Gamecocks and the SEC as well as Faison's lawyer. And they're standing their ground saying, no, this is our decision and you're not going to pressure me. So it's almost like I'm bigger than you and this is what I'm going to stand on. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say?
Oh, yeah. Now, I heard a while ago, I was watching that Locked On Gamecock podcast that Chris Marlar.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And I don't know much about the guy. I don't know how much intel he's got, how much inside information he has. But he said on his podcast that he did earlier that, and I didn't really catch all of it, but I caught the bits and pieces of it. Then I guess the more important thing, he said that it's not the NCAA that's dragging their feet. He said from a source that he got from someone inside the program through, I guess, a very reputable source, that there was some paperwork that wasn't filed correctly. Now,
well, he's wrong. He's wrong. Just so you know, he's wrong.
Okay.
I can tell you what I can confirm is public knowledge, but I've heard it firsthand from the running backs coach, is that every piece of paperwork from his past two colleges that they requested was turned in to the Gamecock program, went through by our recruiting program, and turned into the NC2A through the Gamecocks and the SEC. So he's wrong about that.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'm not trying to discredit his information. I don't know who he is.
I can tell you this: what the Frank McGuire room that I have tickets in, not our private suite, that I eat lunch in when I go watch a basketball program. He sits about 3 seats below the window in the student section. So, you know, that's about as much information as he's got.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm going by what I heard. I mean, I don't know anything about the guy. I don't watch too many of them Locked On shows because a lot of it's a lot of fluff and stuff. So, but I'm not I guess you say I'm not disappointed because like I said, we talked about it earlier this week, and you let me in on a few things, and I wasn't shocked that we didn't hear nothing today, like some Gamecock fans. But I am disappointed in the fact that we still haven't reached a decision yet as far as that young man.
No, we haven't. And I sent a text message to an important individual. I'm not going to say it. I did say his name a minute ago. Might happen to be a position coach. I sent him a text message, and he responded back to me, question mark, question mark, question mark. I have no idea. So that kind of told me all I need to know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I mean, and I'm going to still, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to stick by my take from the get-go. I really don't see this young man playing at South Carolina. I hope I'm wrong, but I really don't see him suiting up this year for the Gamecocks. And it's sad that the young man won't get an opportunity to, take part or get an opportunity to, if he doesn't play. Let me preface and say that first. If he doesn't get to play, he doesn't get an opportunity to, benefit from the NIL. He doesn't get an opportunity to, experience or sign these NIL deals and make his part of his name, image, and likeness while he's in college.
Okay, I have a little different take.
Uh-huh.
My take is, what was the kid's name? I can't remember the kid. He was a big-time receiver, went to North Carolina. What was his name? Do you remember his name?
Yeah, Tez Walker.
Tez Walker. Okay. I see this being very similar. Okay. Not just my personal opinion, just from what I've heard.
Uh-huh.
I think this kid will play for us this year. If he's willing to stick it out and not leave college and go to a junior, a junior college, I say 2 or 3 games in, I think he'll be cleared, personally.
Well, I mean, I hope you're right. I really want to see him play. I really want to see him play for South Carolina, but I'm still sticking with my take on it. And yeah, I don't know. I just have that feeling, man. And I'm a pessimistic person, so of course I'm gonna feel that way. But I just don't see him playing. I hope I'm wrong. I will gladly eat crow if he does, because I'm excited to see what he can bring. I mean, he had over 1,800 yards at Utah State in 2 years. And I did a video the other day talking a little bit about him, his path from, Marshall to Utah State to South Carolina. And I still don't understand how they can let one guy have 9 years of eligibility, but this guy's trying to get his 7th year of eligibility, I think it is.
But he only played for
3. Yeah.
And listen, you're not going to get any argument from me there. I mean, hellfire in the morning. Luke Doty, I mean, shit, I feel like he's been in the program for 10 years.
There you go. There's another example. Luke Doty.
Yeah.
He's been there forever, it seems like.
Or DeCarron Joyner,
Yeah. And I got no problem with that. I mean, that's what they want to do. They're the ultimate team player. They don't complain about not starting. You haven't heard any rumblings and grumbling from them while they've been there, as far as not being a starter. So I got no problem with that. So
yeah, I just want
let's see
real quick. Everybody that's in the chat: David Green, hello. Mark, hello. Scott Collins, hello. Paul Lemon, hello. Rob Lee, hello. P Digits, hello.
Yeah, what's up, P Digits? Mark, yeah, all them, David, Brock, Paul. So Sewell's not free. No, Paul, he is not. Like I said, who knows when it's going to happen, if indeed he does, get cleared to play or not. I don't think nobody really knows.
I know you want to start with this and going into 10 minutes into this. Again, I think he will be cleared. It's not going to be today. Obviously, you and I discussed that. I told you it wasn't going to be today. I don't think it's going to be this week. If it is, it would shock me.
Yeah.
I think it will be probably into fall camp and or 1 or 2 weeks into the season. But I'm not that as concerned about it, Chuck, as most people are. I'm really not. And I'm going to tell you why.
Go ahead.
All right. Everybody knows that I'm all about one thing when it comes to the South Carolina Gamecocks offense, our offensive line. I'm a big time. I have issues with our offensive line. I've had issues with our offensive line, and I hope those are over with this year.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they are from the information that I have. I think our offensive line woes. You're always going to have woes, offensive line.
Yeah.
But that is not my biggest concern this year. My biggest concern is not running back either. Because, I mean, let's be honest. What did Rocket Sanders do? Oh, not a whole lot.
No.
You know, not a whole lot. My concern is, do we have receivers that can catch the ball from a miniature Cam Newton, the best quarterback in the SEC, Lenore Sellers? That's my question. That's my biggest concern. Because let me tell you something. I don't give a damn who's standing back there, whether it's me, you, or my son Liston. Lenore Sellers is going to have just as many yards as the damn running back's got. Running the ball, you know?
Yeah. Well, that kind of leads me into my next thing. You know, I was going to touch on wide receiver because I put a little poll out on my YouTube page, the community page.
Okay.
And basically talking about Nick Harbor. You know, last year he had about 200 some yards receiving, 300 yards receiving, something like that.
All right.
I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but I put a little poll out. I was like, you know, this is his third year in the program, right? That was Leggette's magical year too, wasn't it? His third year.
It was.
So his third year. And I put on a poll, how many yards do y'all think Nick Harbor ends up with receiving this year? And I put on there 200 to 300, which I thought was kind of low. I think it's going to end up more than that. 3 to 6, 6 to 8, and 800 plus. The overall majority of the people voted out of 30 votes, 57% selected 6 to 800. And 30% said 3 to 6. And 13%, which is 4 votes, picked 800 plus. Now, you know, Nick Harbor came on towards the end of the year. He's running better routes. He was catching the ball consistently. He wasn't dropping as many. It just seemed like it clicked a little bit there towards the end of the year. To me, it did. And I don't know. I've watched some Nick Harbor highlights, and it's got me pumped up this year for him. I really think the young man's going to have a really good year. Now, will he have 800 plus yards? I don't know. I'm in the camp kind of like P. Digits. I'm thinking somewhere between 6 to 8 for that young man. The problem with that is who's going to be his complement wide receiver? Is it going to be one of the new guys that we got coming in? Malik Clark, Brian Rowe, what's his name? Jordan Sellers.
But you're leaving out experienced guys that we still have as well, Chuck.
What's that?
You're leaving out some experienced guys that we have.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting to that. Yeah, I know. I was coming back to that. Mazio.
Yeah.
Vendravius Jacobs, Jared Brown. Who's going to complement? If Nick Harbor has a year that I think he can have this year, being his third year in the program, and I got a good feeling that young man's going to do some things this year. I hope I'm right. That's my bold take for this year as far as the offense. Who's going to step up and be that number 2 guy? Who do you think?
Okay. All right. Can I give my opinion on everything you just said?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. You say you're pessimistic, but that's being optimistic. All right. I don't think that if he gets 600 yards, it would shock me. And I'm just going to be as honest as I can be. Not because he's not talented enough.
Yeah.
But because he's a freak of nature. You know, and on top of Lenore Sellers, which is a freak of nature, nobody's going to play man with that guy. They're going to put a cover on top of him.
Oh, yeah.
Just because his size and his speed. So you're going to see what South Carolina's known for. You're going to see the Kenny McKinley. You're going to see the Alshon Jeffrey. I can go on and on and on. South Carolina is DBU and wide receiver U. That's what we're known for. We're not known for, quarterbacks and running backs other than Marcus. You're going to see that Sidney Rice come out. And I think that Mazeo Bennett is the guy. I believe that wholeheartedly. He is the guy. He's going to be that guy. He's going to be him. Ain't that what y'all like to call it? He's going to be him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be that guy. He's going to be the guy he's not 6'4". He's 5'10", they say, but standing beside him, he's not 5'10". But anyway, he's shorter than that. But he can run the routes, and he's not afraid to go across the middle. He's not afraid to reach out there and do it. He's going to be that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I like that take. I just hope he can stay healthy. I mean, he got injured down the stretch last year, and going across the middle, you're going to take some big hits, some unexpected hits,
some big ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's my concern about him. I like that take. I really do. I like Mazeo. I think he's going to be something special at South Carolina. I just want to see him stay healthy. And he could do that. He could be that complement receiver to Nick Harbor that, like you said, can open up the middle of the field.
Why? What my point is, why is everybody hyping Nick Harbor when what the hell has he done?
Well,
what route has he ever run that it wasn't a busted play, that somebody didn't slip, that impressed y'all? He can run in a straight line. It takes him 5 yards to get going. Okay, our best receiver we've ever had, well, not ever, but he wasn't Sterling Sharp, but one of the best receivers we ever had was Alshon Jeffrey, that looked like he had a load of bricks in his damn
back pocket,
pants. But the guy was open, and if you threw it over the defender's head, he had the range to go get it.
Yeah.
So why is everybody sticking to Nick Harbor? I don't understand it, man. I don't. And I'm not fussing with you. I just don't understand it.
Hey, Nate, you got your opinion, man. Hey, that's cool. That's what we're here for. That's what we do this show for, to talk and discuss things. I mean,
I don't get it. I mean, even the national media, this kid, Nick Harbor, he's going to have a breakout year. What the hell is he showing you to make you think that?
I get it, man. I get it.
Now, if you tell me that our quarterback, Lenore Sellers, if he don't get hurt, could be a Heisman candidate, I agree, because he's shown it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think so too. I think he can. I think he has an opportunity to be a Heisman candidate if he stays healthy this year. So let's see here. David Green said he can't return punts and excel as a receiver. Too much damn exposure. So he kind of agrees with you, I guess, there, Jordan.
Well, I mean, listen. We all watch football the same, but we all look at it differently, right? We all look at different things in the league that we're in. I look at the line, first of all, of what our line's doing. Everybody likes to look at the skilled players, the running backs, the receivers, the quarterbacks, and the defensive backs. I look at the line first, and then I go outward from that direction. And I've watched him run routes in person, and I've watched him on television, and I've replayed them, and I'm like, dude, you have track speed, and you cannot get away from a guy that's 5'8" as a defensive back. You could not get away from him. So I'm sorry. I'm not sold on that deal. I'm sorry.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So who do you
I hope like hell you're right. I hope like hell that the first two games he makes 4 or 5 catches, and every defense targets his ass, because Mazeo Bennett's going to end up with 1,200 damn receiving yards. I can promise you.
That's what I was going to ask you. Who do you think is going to be the guy, the number one?
Mazeo.
There you go. Okay. I can get down with that. I mean, I like Mazio. I like his toughness. So
Yeah, I mean, damn, he's my size. And
well,
the
yeah,
dude's willing to run across the middle and catch the ball. I mean, that takes nuts. You know?
he's my size minus about a what, 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he weighs about 160. I weigh about 155. So yeah, I mean, that takes a lot of nuts to do that. That's guts and nuts.
oh yeah, oh definitely. Any other topic you want to speak on as far as the team, as far as position players before?
I'm concerned about our defense. I'm just going to be 100% honest.
Uh-huh.
Do I think that our line's going to be good? Yes. Do I think our pass rushers are going to be good? Yes. But in the secondary, I don't think we're going to play a whole lot of man. I'm just going to be honest with you. we got too many young faces back there to play a whole lot of man, to go on that island.
Yeah.
That's my biggest concern, to be honest. That's it. As far as the defensive side of the ball.
Trying to think of my concern on the defense. I'm not the defensive backfield. I think I'm a little higher on the DB room than you are. Judge Collier and DQ Smith. No, we don't have that Nicky Minwari back there no more. But I think we got guys back there that can do just as good as they did last year. Torian Gray is a hell of a coach, and he's going to get the best out of these guys.
Oh, he is. Now, I agree with that. Now, Torian with his snap cap that he always wears, and whatever. I ain't wearing no snap cap, but he does get the best out of his group. He does. I give him credit due.
Yeah, we brought in that transfer from North Carolina State, Brandon Cisse. I haven't watched anything on him, so not sure what he did at NC State, but I think he'll come in and provide some good depth there on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm not too concerned about the defensive back room. I would say if there was a position on the defensive side of the ball that really concerned me would probably be the linebacker with what we lost.
But what did we lose, Chuck?
Well, I know what you're saying because we've had this conversation before. I mean, we've lost some
experienced players, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
What did we lose?
Well, I mean, to me, experience is a lot, man. So, I mean.
But what did we – all right. Here's the way I look at it. And Scott Collins said that he'd be great in the Canadian League. He'd be great in arena football. But at the end of the day, what did we lose at linebacker? Let me tell you what we lost at linebacker. We lost knowledge.
All right.
That I agree with. We lost experience. That I agree with. But did we have a linebacker that was that guy? Let me answer that for you. No, we didn't. So that's why I asked the question, what did we lose? I want you to make it make sense to me because maybe I'm just misconstrued about what I see in my perception. Because you got a Nick Imamori back there that's busting heads wide open. And guess what? He's 5 foot behind the damn linebackers. And in the running game, if you wanted to hand the ball off, you could clip 4.5 yards on us any point at any given time. So what did we lose? So educate me, please. Maybe I'm looking.
No, I just think, like I said, I go back to experience, man. I mean, just the tackle. I mean, we had some pretty sure tacklers at linebacker.
No, we had people wanting to peel somebody's head back that made 2 tackles a damn game. Well, guess what? Again, what did we lose? What did we lose? Twice a year, you made a damn hell of a show and knocked somebody's helmet off. Okay, all right, twice a year. What did we lose?
Oh man, I don't know. That's just my concern. I just think we'll see what we got coming in. I have to do a little more dive into it and see.
And I'm not angry with you by no means, and you know that. Hey, we have difference of opinion, and I don't think we lost that much there. I just don't.
No, we didn't have no eye popping stats as far as linebackers. I agree with you there, but I mean, they did have some good plays. They did play. They played decent.
At what point throughout the last season did you sit on your couch, your recliner in your basement, or beside your beautiful wife and say, "That's the best linebacking core that I've ever seen for the Gamecocks"?
Well, I probably didn't sit still at all last year during the game. So, but no, you're right there. I mean, I wouldn't say they the best linebacker core ever at South Carolina.
No, I mean they were average.
I'm just saying we lost experience there, and I'm unsure what we got coming in.
And I respect that, but they were average at best. I
think we got better talent on the back end than we do in the linebacker room. Coming back,
I'll worry about the safety position.
Well, yeah, I do too. I'm not sold on DQ Smith. He's a veteran guy, but he's been burnt. He's been burnt too many times, and I just don't have. Yeah, I think we need to look at Kelvin Hunter, young guy that come from West Florence. They need to look at him. A couple other guys back there, Brandon Cisse, somebody else back there, because I'm not 100% sold on DQ Smith. So.
I mean, I like DQ, but I agree with you. I saw him get burnt too many times. But you know what? Guess what? I've never learned from success. I've learned more from failure than I ever learned from success. Because you learn what not to do again.
Yeah, David Green said he said I sat on my game day chair arguing with you.
Well, a lot of truth to that, Dave.
Scott said I wore out his carpet. Well, we don't have carpet there, Scott, but yeah, I got it. But yeah, I mean that's my little take on it. I think we got a little more experience on the back end than we do at the linebacker. Defensive edge, who's going to play that part opposite of Dylan Stewart? Will it be Brian Thomas Jr.? Will what's his name get in there? What's that guy's name? Oh my God, he's got a weird last name. Hold on, let me see if I can remember.
How are you going to remember when you're looking down and reading?
Well, I'm trying to look it up. But no, the guy's, what's his name? He's got a weird name, man.
Here's the problem. I know who you're talking about. Here's the problem that I have with Dylan Stewart. The world knows who he is, right?
Yeah.
And I believe you me, there's no offensive coordinator that doesn't know who that guy is. There's no offensive line coach that doesn't know who that guy is that plays us. The problem I have is, why don't we stunt him? You know,
yeah, they're gonna have to, man.
Like you said, why is he always lined up in that? In that, to me, I call it a defensive end position, but they call it a pass rusher now position. Why is he always there? Why doesn't he drop back as a middle linebacker? Why didn't he move 2 spots over as a simple, 4 down lineman, a defensive line? I don't understand why he's in that same position all the time, which, listen, they double teamed him, which allowed someone that no one knew about, Kennard, to be a hell of a damn pass rusher. But at the end of the day, why not stunt this dude, man? I mean, because if you stun him and you move him around, you just, excuse my French, effed up everything on the line, even your running backs, to get this damn way. You know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we definitely gonna have to stun him a lot this year. To free him up. Like you said, everybody knows who he is. He's not gonna surprise nobody this year.
No.
So he's gonna have to switch sides. He's gonna have to do something different. He's gonna have to improve his technique. His go-to moves gonna have to change. He can't just run over guys like he did last year. Can't surprise anybody. He's gonna have to.
And maybe they didn't do it last year because he was a freshman, and he didn't have the knowledge of the defense. And I give him credit where credit's due. Maybe that's why they didn't do it.
Yeah.
But his second year in, I mean, you're nationally known for who you are, and your running over and your swim move is known.
Yeah.
But guess what? So are a lot of guys. But guess what they do with them? They move them.
Mm-hmm.
And when they move them, you're going to run up against a damn guard that's never seen that swim move, and you're going to knock his ass right out the way and kill a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think we're going to see I think we'll see, like you said, different a different technique from him, probably lined up a little more, stunting more. Clayton White, he'll figure it out. He'll get them going the right way. He'll put them in a good situation like that to be successful this year. Let's see here. P. Digit said, he said something earlier. He said, I need a swear jar this year. He said, I'll be amazed the savings I would acquire.
Yeah, he said you probably cover Christmas.
Yeah, probably the first few games by the end of August, by the end of September.
Hey, I hope y'all are both wrong because he won't have to be swearing because we're kicking ass. You know?
Exactly. If we're kicking ass, I'm not swearing. So hopefully P Digit's wrong. Well, what's up, Todd Gwynn? How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Todd, how you doing, man?
Yeah. All right. Monday we got SEC Media Days.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Coach Beamer will be speaking Monday after old Lane Kiffin. He goes third on Monday, and he take in Lenore Sellers, Nick Barrett, and DQ Smith. What's your take on them three? I mean, do you like that or
to be expected?
Okay.
In my opinion, to be expected.
Yeah. I mean, you got what? One offense and two defensive players.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
ain't Nick Barrett defensive tackle?
And there again, you know, if Harbor was that guy that everybody expects him to be, obviously you're going to take Lenore Sellers. He's going to be the number one draft pick next year if he decides to declare. DQ Smith, I've seen him get burned a lot. I like the guy. I met him personally. But is he going to be that dude? I don't know yet. I don't. He's going to have to prove it. And the other one, I really don't know him.
Yeah, Nick Barrett, I think he's a junior, senior. I have to look that up. I'm not sure. Yeah, but he hasn't played an awful lot on the defensive side of the ball. So I'm not. Yeah, that one right there kind of surprised me. Lenoris and DQ didn't surprise me as far as that. But I mean, who else would you take from the defensive side of the ball? Maybe Judge Caught. Well, no, you can't. That'd be like two safeties. I mean, I don't know who you
honestly, I'd have took Dylan Stewart.
That would have been a good one, yeah. That would have been a good one. I was thinking, I guess I ain't thought about that one. But But yeah, I would probably take Dylan. Yeah, that'd be a good one.
And from the offensive side of the ball, if you want to take two from there, I mean, why wouldn't you take Mazio? I mean, Mazio is him and his family. You're great people. Gamecock through and through. Very well spoken kid. Very educated kid. Why wouldn't you choose him?
Yeah, that'd be a good one on the offensive side too. And that's the good thing about these SEC media day. That just means college football is not too far away. We're about 7 weeks away almost. This Sunday be 7 weeks before the kickoff of the Gamecocks. I know we got some week zeros games, I guess it is, the week before. And then you got football that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday probably. So that just means we're gearing up for the 25 season coming up real soon.
Yeah, we are, but it's a process.
Yeah,
and we have to go through it, and respectfully so, because a 12-week season, if you make the playoffs, it's longer than that. It's tough on these young men. It's tough. They've also got to go to school. A lot of people forget about that. We all get caught up in the hype, but they are student athletes.
For a little while anyway.
Student is first. Yeah. But hey, we love it. We love it. We worship it, and me included. But at the end of the day, I hate when these young men go out there, give their all. Man, I don't give a rat's ass who we playing. I hate to see these kids get hurt. I do. I played long enough baseball. I hate to see it. I just hate to see it.
Oh yeah. Todd Gwynn said, "Has anybody heard from Rooster lately? Haven't seen anything posted." Well, last time I talked to him was been about 2 weeks ago. There, Todd, he's been real busy working, and from everything I've been told, and just what he told me, that he wasn't doing Gamecock YouTube anymore. From what I was told, that he may do a channel, but it'd be something different. So that's what I've heard. That's what he's told me. And as far as I know, they all doing well, just working. So
I personally have not talked to him in a while. We used to text a couple times a week. I have asked Chuck about him. I feel bad. I know he thought about moving to South Carolina, and he and I talked about several places about living and job opportunities. And I think he and his wife came here, and I don't think she was happy with South Carolina. So they went back to Florida. I talked to him several times after he was back in Florida. And I'm going to be honest, I'm probably guilty of not sending him a text, just checking on him. I probably hadn't talked to him in 4 or 5 months. And I feel bad for that. I probably should do better.
well, yeah, I need to text him more too as well. So, hopefully you will, Scott or Todd. I've reached out to him and invited him. So, he's always got an open invitation to come on here, hang out, chat, talk, whatever. So, but that's what I had for tonight, man. Some topics I had. Is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to discuss?
Yeah, I do want to talk about our baseball program.
All right.
What's everybody's opinion? Because I have my opinion. But what's your opinion of what Maneri's doing?
What he's doing?
Yes. Currently.
Well, I haven't kept up with the transfer portal that he's brought in. I know he's brought in at least 14 to 15, maybe more than that. I don't know. I got to see, to be honest. I've said this before. We talked about it, I believe. Year 3 is usually his success year where he's been. And this right here will be year 2.
Correct.
Well, I don't know. It'd have to be a wait and see for me on the baseball. I think he's addressing a good need in the pitching staff. He's bringing in some pitchers. Now, are they quality pitchers? I don't know. I'd have to do some research, look into it, and see. But he is addressing the pitching staff or the pitching situation.
Okay.
I don't know what we're doing as far as recruiting. I haven't looked into that lately. I'm kind of like David Green or Todd said, is a sore subject. The way the season ended last year,
Okay.
or the way it went. So
All right.
I need to do some research on the baseball team. Hopefully next time we come back, I'll have a better answer for you.
All right.
But I'm not giving up on him if that's what you're kind of getting to.
Well, and that's the path I want to go down.
Yeah.
It's
It's just like with Lamont, Shane. I'm not ready to give up on him. I mean, he's been there 1 year. Yeah, he's old, but if he gets the right pieces in there and recruit some good players, I think he can have some success. But it's right now it's a let's see how year 2 goes.
I keep up with, I say all of our programs. I would be lying. I don't keep up with golf. I don't keep up with volleyball. I don't keep up with softball. I keep up women's basketball, men's basketball, baseball, and football. And I'm going to be honest. This is not a popular opinion. He was the greatest hire we could have ever made. Because since 2012, what have we been? What have we been as a baseball program?
About average.
And that's what I'm saying.
At best.
So he played with players that he didn't recruit this year. Right?
Yeah.
What happened? And I want everybody that's listening, I don't know how many is on here. Everybody that's listening, please get in the comment section when I say this. When Steve Spurrier came in, the popular opinion was, oh, he's too old. He left the college game. He went to the NFL, and it didn't work out for him over at the Redskins, right?
Yep.
And then look what happened. The greatest years of college football that the Gamecocks have ever had. I still have faith in Paul Maneri. I do. I've got faith in him. He's old school. He's going to do it old school. And everybody's going to say, well, there's an NIL era and this, that. I don't care. I don't care. The man knows baseball. He knows what it takes to win in baseball. And that's all I care about. And you know why I say that? Because there's a guy on the staff making $100,000 a year to worry about NIL. Okay? And I know that for a fact. So everybody that's trashing our program, I'm like, dude, our program hadn't been shit in a decade. You know what I'm saying? So why are you trashing this man? I mean, what has he done wrong? He ain't done nothing wrong. He was better than what we had. At least he talks. At least it's not coach talk. I mean, he tells the truth. Well, damn, I ain't never been 10-run ruled. You know what I'm saying? At least he tells the truth.
Yeah.
He told the truth, and everybody's pissed off about that until we started winning.
Yeah. So, that's my take on it. I mean, I'm going to wait and see what year 2 has in store. I'm kind of like Scott. I want to hopefully the hitting will get better. I agree with that. But yeah, I'm gonna get a man in every opportunity I can out there that to be successful. Hopefully he will. Hopefully he'll prove all these people that are Debbie Downers or want to burn, set the couch on fire or
The problem I have with Gamecock fans, and I'm talking about you, everybody in this chat, and I know P Digits is a Clemson fan. Hell, I'll even include Jackpot in this. Everybody, listen, we're all fanatics, right? We're all fanatics. We love our programs. But you can't snap your fingers and be Ohio State. You can't snap your fingers and be Vanderbilt in baseball. It takes time. You can't snap your fingers and be Kentucky in basketball. It takes time. Or Indiana, whoever you want to talk, in whatever teams I just named, I'm just giving an example. Understand? But it takes time, but we're willing to throw everybody under the bus and flush the toilet before the damn paper gets wet in the damn toilet. Okay? And that's what stops the toilet up. Give it time. Give it time. Everybody knows that anybody that's got any common sense about them, when you cook a steak and you take it off the grill and you put it on a plate, if you wrap it with aluminum foil, it continues to cook. You don't throw it away and take a bite off the grill because it ain't worth a damn.
Yeah.
It's got to marinate itself. That's my point.
Oh, yeah. David Green made a good point. He don't want to be Ohio State because they've never beaten us. So, very fair.
Damn. Is that all you took away from what I just said, David? I had a point. If that's all you took away from it.
That's what he got, man. That's what he got.
And Mark, thank you for saying I'm right about that, Jordan. Thank you, Mark. Damn, David.
Oh, man. But yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm not giving up on him yet. So I put the link out there. If anybody wants to hop on, P Digits, whoever wants to come on and talk, we discuss whatever. We can talk some more college football. We can talk some more baseball, whatever.
What are they talking about? The Peaches are awesome this year, and he said he saw dancing with a boa constrictor. What are they talking about?
They on a whole different. I have no idea what they're talking about. Peaches are awesome this year. I'm guessing he's talking about the fruit, and I don't know about what David Green's talking about of dancing with no boa constrictor. So.
Anybody want to get on and talk anymore? If not, I'm about to go deuces.
But yeah, I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. So
I did too, and we'll wait the next Wednesday and we'll go into the basketball program if you want to. We'll even go into the fact that Dawn Staley has been offered opportunities to lead the college program level and and I'm not talking about the WNBA.
Yeah.
The NBA. We can go into that next week as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. We can we can talk a little bit of recruiting. So.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be awesome. But anyway, the wife's got a big old plate of spaghetti. The daughter's got a friend over. And the son is over there on the Oculus. He's hitting things in the air because he's got those goggles on his head. I don't know what he's doing. And love you to death, brother. Love all of y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to Gamecock Chuck. And appreciate y'all support on this channel. And we're going to keep this thing going. And hope we can build it up and get it big. And listen, if we do get a couple hundred people in here and they're in the chat and it's going zoom, 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 we're not going to forget the ones of y'all who supported us from the beginning. I can promise. I personally will not forget y'all.
Oh, no, definitely not.
But anyway, talk to y'all later.
All right, man. We'll see you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Well, there you go. The deal maker is out. So anybody want to hop on P Digits? I sent JD a message, see if he wanted to hop on, if he's in here. We can talk about whatever. We're talking about some football, baseball, women's basketball, whatever y'all want to talk about. We got a few more minutes. Oh, shit. Oh, God. Yeah, we can talk about, sorry about that, my dang side hurt. But yeah, we can talk about whatever. So, but that was my take on some topics. And anyway, yeah, old age. That was my topics for this show. So hopefully it's been a decent show for you guys. And like I said, I'll stay on here for a few more minutes. If anybody wants to hop on, y'all are more than welcome to. And we can talk about some things. So, but yeah, I am getting ready to do my South Carolina preview and prediction thing. Hopefully, coming up, I alluded to that recently. So, hopefully, I will get that into works. I've been looking through our schedule, trying to put in some notes, and going to talk about. I'm going to do my prediction on how the season's going to go for the Gamecocks. So, oh yeah, David Green, great bunch of guys in here. Like Jordan said, man, hey, all y'all that show up whenever I do the live, supposedly Wednesday nights during the season, man, it's so good to have good guys, good group of guys in here. Being active in the chat. That makes it go by so much easier, so much better for me, because I'm not one that can just sit here and just talk to myself. I got to have some interaction a little bit. So, yeah, I'm not going to forget none of you guys. So, but yeah, come on in. Everybody come on in. Let's talk some football. Let's talk some whatever. Hit that link. I guess it's still in there. I don't know. Post it one more time, one more go around, and we can discuss whatever. If you want, if P. Digits, you want to come in and discuss cooking, we can discuss some cooking, discuss some Clemson football, some whatever. If you want to come in, and yeah, so. But I'm pumped up, man. I'm ready for the season to get here, man. Like I said a while ago, SEC Media Days right around the corner. They got South Carolina on the SEC network. I guess the SEC or South Carolina takeover today. And they're getting ready to show at 9 o'clock, they're getting ready to show a replay of the South Carolina Clemson game in football. And that should be fun and exciting to rewatch, at least for the Gamecocks anyway. I don't think P. Digits will like it too much, but I guess it's our day on the SEC network. Right now they got the Texas South Carolina SEC championship game playing where we destroyed Texas. All right, P. Digits, I'll give you a few minutes. Oh, there you go. No, they got Paul in here. All right. What's up, Paul? How you doing, bro?
Chuck, doing good, sir. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just hanging out and watching this SEC takeover or whatever, South Carolina takeover on SEC Network. So.
Yeah, I seen that we had that today. I didn't actually. I was too busy today to watch any of the games, but it was pretty cool that. That we were on there. So
yeah, I turned it on a while ago and it said LSU South Carolina. I was hoping to see the football game because I wanted to get mad at it again, but it was actually the baseball game. So.
Oh, okay. Was that from this year or the year that Petrie hit that bomb?
I think it was this year. I think it was all this past recent year.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, it's probably the one game they won out of all of them.
Yeah.
Out of the three.
Right.
What's on your mind, man?
I don't know if y'all touched on it, but did y'all talk about the kicking situation tonight?
No, I did not. We did not get into the kicking game.
So that was kind of my one of my biggest concerns obviously Alex Herrera last year was our kicker, and most people would say he slightly underperformed. The way it's looking right now, I haven't really heard much recently, but last time I heard is Mason Love was supposed to be punting and kicking. So I didn't know if you had any news or anything, or what your thoughts were. He seems like a pretty cool cat. There was that pretty funny video that he put on Instagram right after we beat Clemson. So just curious if you had any thoughts or if you had any updates on that situation.
Hey, don't tell what I said on that video. I don't know. I can't remember that far back. I mean, I think, going back to last year, I'm not like one of these Gamecock fans that really dislike Herrera. I mean, if you think about it, he didn't play a whole lot. It was like his first year kicking.
No, well, that was I don't know if you saw it. They Gamecock football put like a video out where they like announced he was just getting put on scholarship for that last season we had.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't that hard on him because, I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I mean, everything's got to click. Everything's got to go right. For him to make a field goal. It's not like you just line up and just kick it. Mm-hmm. It's not that simple. If it was, we'd have more people out there kicking.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't as hard on the young man as most Gamecock fans or some Gamecock fans. I understood that it was his first really full year of kicking, and that was probably our best option at the time.
Yeah, I think so.
And this year we got some guys that's coming in that can handle that duty. I think Mason Love, I think he's going to be a big time player, whether it's kicking field goals or punting. I don't know which one he's going to do. I haven't heard anything, and they probably won't say nothing until probably the week or so before the Virginia Tech game. So we probably won't know nothing until then.
Right.
But I like Mason Love. I think he's got a good opportunity to do something for us there, whether it's punting or kicking. We got Max Kelly coming in. I think that's the guy's name.
And I know that there's somebody else that's competing for that spot, but I don't really remember, to be honest. I know Shane Beamer's mentioned it in a press conference, but he hasn't really addressed the media in a while. I guess we'll see him on Monday. So
yeah, I think the big name coming in as far as kicking is Max Kelly and Mason Love. Yeah. I think that's going to be your two, either punter or kicker, whichever one. So
I got you.
So that's my take on it. I ain't gonna say I'm not worried or concerned about it because neither one of them has kicked at South Carolina. So I'm gonna be a little optimistic about the kicking situation going into this year.
I got you.
Now if he goes out there and shanks every kick, or they start pulling the field goals or missing them, then it might be a concern. But that's my take on it. You're right, Scott. I was the president of his fan club. I like I said, I had no ill feelings towards Herrera. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wait and see on the kicking situation with that. So
I got you. But yeah, I like the show tonight. It was interesting what Dealmaker had to say about the linebacking core. What was interesting was 2 years ago, Debo Williams was, what was he? Was he an all SEC linebacker 2 years ago?
I believe he was.
I believe he was second team all SEC, and he actually
second or third, yeah.
His draft stock really went down because obviously that year Demetrius Knight had. So I think he didn't give our linebacker room enough credit considering, the Demetrius Knight and Debo Williams. But it was interesting what he did say about if you sit around and talk about the linebacking core. But I don't know if I've really ever sat around and been like, our offensive line room is just going crazy right now. And obviously, a lot of that's probably due because our offensive line room is trash. But I don't know if I've ever sat around and been like, this specific group of position players is really good.
Yeah, I haven't either. I mean, yeah. And they sure haven't sat around and talked about the linebacker. But like I said, we losing experience there. That's my big take on it.
Right.
That's my concern with it, the experience level,
Yeah.
the amount of snaps they played. I'm not too much concerned about the back end of the defense. So,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know do you know who's supposed to be like the linebackers next year?
oh man, Fred. Well, we got Fred J.R. Johnson. I mean, he's there.
Okay.
Let's see, Sean Murphy. I think we got a bunch of transfers coming in.
Okay.
Just reading off of what I'm seeing here. I mean, Jerron Willis, he transferred in from Ole Miss. I mean, I think that's going to be a concern. Like I said, it's just experience.
I got you. Yeah, I know we were supposed to get that dude from was it
Oh,
Bowling?
Alabama.
Oh, Alabama. We were supposed to recruit somebody from there too.
Well, we got a transfer from Alabama. I can't even say his last name. He's got a corner crow, or I don't even know how you say it. This is something different. I don't even know how to pronounce it. So, but I think the linebacker core is going to be a concern for me as far as that side.
Yeah. I got you.
So, let's see. What's up, P Digits? Looks like we got P Digits in the house, but he's muted. So, but what else you got, man? Anything else you want to talk about?
Wanted to pop in here, say what's up, and support the program. So,
all right, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Chuck. Talk to you later. All right.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later. All right, P Digits, you there? We got silence. But that was Paul joining the show. Appreciate Paul. And P Digits is still muted. Nope, he's off of mute. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, Chuck? We got storms popping up here left and right. So.
Oh yeah, we had them earlier, man. We had a big thunder boomer earlier. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to do it because
Paul's a good guy. I like seeing him in the chat.
Who? What'd you say? You there, P Digits? So we're having some technical difficulties.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? So we got some technical difficulties there. Hopefully he'll pop back in. He said he had some storms around the area, but like I was saying, we had some storms earlier, and I didn't think I don't think I was going to get this show going because the storms were real bad, thunder and lightning, lights flashing, going on and off. All right, David Green, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. Let's see if P Digits pops on. If not, I'm gonna shut it down so I can head upstairs. Oh, there he is. He's back. You there? P Digits, you there? If you're there, I cannot hear you. If you're talking, I don't know if you are or not. Yeah, Scott, the storms cooled some things down around here. Hello, P Digits. Yep, guess he ain't. Must be having some technical difficulties.
All right, Chuck, I'm going to try this again.
You good?
There we go.
All right. Yeah, like I was saying, the storms was pretty crazy around here too early. I didn't know if I was going to be able to go live or not because the power kept going off and on, flickering. But I think we're calmed down outside now, and like Scott said, it cooled it off a little bit.
Yeah, we've got these little spotty microbursts that's popping up all over the place. So.
Oh yeah, I got you. So what's going on, man?
Living the dream. How are you?
Well, I'm living. I don't know if you want to call it a dream, but I'm living. I'm watching a good football game right now. It's the
Which one is that?
The South Carolina Clemson replay.
Well, enjoy that. Chuck.
Well, it's the South Carolina Takeover Day on the SEC Network. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it goes from like, I don't know, 12 o'clock at night till the next night at 12, I guess. So this is the last thing that'll be on, and then LSU will be coming up, I guess. LSU is Tennessee, but
So do they go through all the sports, or is it just?
Yeah, it just shows like I guess like South Carolina's SEC championship run in women's basketball. They showed the Texas game a while ago. They showed several baseball games, I guess, several football games, and they just pop around different sports.
Gotcha.
So, but I mean, I work all day, so I didn't get a chance to watch. This is like the first thing I watched of it. So,
yeah, maybe the ACC network does stuff like that. I would have no idea. Only time we get on there is if there's a game. That's it.
Oh yeah, yeah. We I think they've been doing this for a couple of years now, at least.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, just really live some of the good moments of the year. So,
yeah, usually every summer I do the past season. I just go through the whole season again. Watch the condensed games.
Oh yeah.
So some of them are good, or some of them hurt, but you got to watch them all.
Yeah. When is the ACC Media Day? Have y'all?
Not really sure. It should be coming up. I know who's doing it right now.
I know the SEC Media Day is Monday.
Okay. We're going to be the week after, probably.
Oh, okay.
We're usually the week after.
Because Beamer speaks on Monday after Lane Kiffin, so.
Okay.
So excited about that. I'll have to. No, I'm off on Monday. I may have to try to tune into that.
There you go.
So.
You still two-timing on the work, or?
Oh yeah, I do that. But I mean, I can find a little bit of time to watch, the conference meet or speak. So
that's good.
Yeah, Monday's my actual day off at my regular job. I'm off every Monday. So
Gotcha.
Unless it's busy time and overtime's in, and which that's not happening right now. So
yeah.
So I'm off every Monday, and if I ain't doing double duty, like you said, then that's my day to relax and do nothing. So
good enough.
Yeah, I hit up JD a while ago to see if he wanted to come on and talk, but he must be busy.
I know he was up in North Carolina, so he might still be up there for all I know.
What's he doing in North Carolina? He didn't tell me he was coming up here.
I think it was vacationing for the 4th.
Gotcha.
Let's see, what night was that? Was that Friday night or Thursday night that he did a stream? Yeah, you were on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was the first day that he said he was going to be up there. So,
okay.
What was that? Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
Okay.
It was Thursday. I was at the ER Friday. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Fun. 4th of July. So.
You still got your fingers?
No.
It
wasn't for me. It was for my son.
Oh no! Does he still have his fingers and toes?
Yeah. He was having a little trouble breathing, allergies and things like that.
Oh.
He was having trouble catching his breath a little bit. So.
Yeah, I saw a guy. He had a video, and it was him walking around with 2 M80s and a lighter. In his other hand, he lit the 180s and threw the lighter
Yeah.
and started running.
Yeah.
So,
I actually love 4th of July. It's like my favorite holiday because I like to blow shit up.
mm-hmm.
But this year we didn't do anything. We just kind of laid low. I worked actually on the 4th of July at my regular job. And then, like I said, from about, 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock in the morning, we was at the ER. So.
Well, I hope he recovers quickly, man. Hope it's not too bad.
Oh yeah, I hope so. Like I said, they seem to think it's his allergies. I don't think he has. I mean, he hasn't been diagnosed with asthma or anything like that. I mean, that's probably the worst case scenario for that. So
yeah,
but yeah.
All we did was I think we got some ice cream and kind of rode around a little bit, watched some of them just through the neighborhoods and everything, and then I went back and went outside and watched everybody spend all their money and entertain me.
Yeah, exactly. Usually we'll go down to South Carolina and get a little bit, some of the good stuff, and come over here and blow up the neighborhood, or make a little racket. But yeah,
get around a group of your friends that you did it for years and years. Man, we had one of my buddies. His family did pretty well for themselves, and his dad was a lot of fun. And we would right after Christmas, we'd go up to a firework store. Basically, he knew the guy, and he'd get like $2,000 worth of fireworks for the first, for us to shoot off at 12:01.
Yeah.
And man, we would hot glue these things down. We'd make a table and hot glue them, and then get cannon fuse, run it from one to the other, so it was just constant.
Wow.
And he had fire. We got these firecrackers, and it lasted for 1 hour. They just kept going off for an hour. For the first hour of whatever year that was, I can't remember, but yeah, those were good times back then.
Yeah. I don't go that crazy as far as spending that. I don't have that kind of money to spend. But
No.
I spend a little bit of money. I usually, if you go to the right fireworks store, you usually get pretty good deals. A lot of half off, buy one get one free. They usually try to hook you up to kind of make you spend more money, of course. But usually we do a pretty good show for the kids. That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
so.
That's right.
So I
right.
like I said, I like blowing some stuff up like that. So
Yeah.
that's my favorite holiday. and you made a good point too. When I was growing up, I don't know, my wife. I know my ex-wife. I don't want to bring her up, but they were all shocked when I told them we actually blew fireworks up on New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve and all that or whatever, and down in South Carolina. I mean, that was like a thing. Around here, I guess they don't do that. So, but yeah, I could blow fireworks up any day. That'd be fine with me.
Yeah, not all states allows it, and I'm from Maine, and so when we would go back up to Maine, they do now, but back then they didn't allow fireworks. So, you'd get like a gross of bottle rockets down here. Back then it was like $2.50. You go up there, you'd sell it for $20.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, you bring some good stuff up there, you probably make some money.
Yeah, but they don't know what good stuff is up there. That's the thing, You
can bring some shit up there and make some good money. They wouldn't know it.
Yeah. But those cops pull you over. You got it in your car, boy. That's not a good thing.
Huh.
But yeah, it's a little different down here. But yeah, we have firework fights and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, shooting bottle rockets at people. Yeah.
Yeah, get some PVC and someone lights it up and use it as a bazooka.
Yep. Shoot it at neighbors' houses and people. And,
Yep.
oh yeah. Yep. Scott said his dad would buy
Yeah.
fireworks Christmas Eve. Yep.
Yeah,
Like I said,
there you go.
that was our Christmas Eve thing. Blow off fireworks. Same thing for New Year's, 4th of July, whatever holiday.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Yeah, that store we bought it from, it's called Buffalo Bob's, and that was the guy's name, Buffalo Bob. And Buffalo Bob, he tested everything throughout the year. Joker had nubs for fingers, and I was like, this guy knows his stuff. You got a guy talking about fireworks, and he's got nubs. He knows what he's talking about.
He knows the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows what will go real boom. Give you the biggest boom for your buck.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So
But that is fun.
Yeah. That's my favorite holiday to do. Yeah. So y'all can have Thanksgiving and all them other holidays. I'll take 4th of July.
Thanksgiving's pretty hard to beat, though, man. That's some good food.
Oh yeah. From an eating standpoint, yeah.
Then take a nice nap after. You got some football on, and when we were kids, they had who was usually playing? It was either Cowboys or Redskins.
Lions.
The Lions always played. There was one other team that always played back then. Switched around a little bit.
Was it Green Bay?
I'm kind of thinking it's Philadelphia. Maybe not. Maybe it is Green Bay. But yeah, and then you got the turducken that was awarded.
Yeah,
by John Madden.
Yeah, growing up, man, I grew up a Redskin fan because in South Carolina when I was a kid, that's what you watch. That's like you said. Unless you had cable TV, which we did not have, you was gonna watch the Redskins and the Cowboys, and that's pretty much about it. Maybe the Falcons.
Yeah. Right.
So you had to pick one, and my family chose the Redskins, and I kind of fell in love with the Redskins as a kid. So, and that's how I became a fan of the Redskins. Everybody always talks about the Panthers. Why you're not a Panther fan? Well, the Panthers wasn't around back in the 70s and 80s.
That's right.
So I mean, if they were
I thought it was, a lot of people down here were like Atlanta fans, and and a lot up on the East Coast, they were a fan of a team, and you get a Panthers team come in, and they turn red coat on them. I mean, all of a sudden, the little Benedict Arnolds becoming Panther fans.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, you was either a Cowboy fan, a Falcon fan, or a Redskin fan back in the day when I was growing up.
Yeah.
You hardly ever heard of a Patriot fan or a Packer fan or an Eagle fan or whatever, whatever name you want to throw out there. It was one of them three whenever I was growing up in South Carolina. So
yeah. I mean, I was a Patriot fan, but Patriots were so irrelevant. I mean, they were out of the playoffs by Halloween.
Well, they did have that one good year, doesn't it? Was it 85?
I mean, they actually had a couple good years, Yeah, and running into the Chicago Bears with the best defense that probably the NFL's ever seen.
Super Bowl shuffle, yep.
Yeah, the Super Bowl shuffle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man,
they weren't there to start any trouble. They're just there for the Super Bowl shuffle.
That's right.
And in the fridge, it was kind of easy to cheer for them just because of the fridge too. Being out of Clemson. So, but yeah, I stuck with my team, and we just got ran right over. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only early memory I've ever had of the Patriots was that.
Mm-hmm.
That year because the Bears were playing the Patriots.
Yeah. Yeah. And I wish they went back to those unis and the helmet. You know, having old Pat up there on the side of the helmet was pretty cool compared
So you
to.
you like the old style helmet or the?
Oh, absolutely. That's what I grew up with. So absolutely, that's
Yeah.
what I want.
Well, yeah, same with the Redskins. This whole Commanders, whatever you want to call them, that football team or whatever, I can't get behind that. So
Yeah. Well,
I love
Some-
the Redskins. I think it was a real. I don't know. I don't agree with the way it went down and changing the team name, and because the guy that's on the helmet was not offended. The person, that tribe was actually making money off of
well,
it.
he was the liaison between the organization and the tribe, and they
Yeah,
honored him.
exactly.
You know? So
And
yeah.
I think that was I'm not. I was not a fan of that. I could not stand. What was his name? Dan Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he flat out ruined that organization.
Yeah, he did.
So
He did. There was a lot of bad decisions going through that place. You kind of wonder if they were having success during that time, whether the name would have been changed.
yeah, that they were Super Bowl bound every year.
Yeah.
One.
In the playoffs and
If they'd have been like the Patriots, whenever they had their
well,
run,
everybody can't cheat like we did. We did it the best.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if they had that success, would they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 That's right. That's right.
And I guess we will never know because it's all over with now. They're not going back to the Redskins. I don't think. I think I heard something about they're gonna do like maybe like one game a year where they'll put the old
Yeah.
like helmet on, the Redskin emblem on or whatever.
Right. Right.
So that'll probably be the only game I really watch and really care about as far as that. But JD checks in. He is laying with my kid now. How long y'all got? Yeah, come on in whenever you get a chance, man. I'll hang out with for a little while. He said NCAA does sucks. They're not even asleep at the wheel. They are hog-tied in the trunk. Yeah. NCAA, they doing that young man a disservice by not having a ruling, at least, whether it's yay or nay. So he also said, where did the faulty reporting come from that today was the day for this decision? I don't know who put that out there. I really don't know why somebody would say July 9th is the day when in fact it was never going to be the day they were going to make a decision. So,
well, maybe they were putting things out there, just telling the NCAA we're still waiting. Hurry up.
Yeah, and like I was talking to Jordan a while ago, and Jordan said it was far off. The paperwork was filed wrong. I don't know whether to buy that or not. And Jordan said that it was false. So I don't know what to take from that. I trust Jordan. He seems to have inside knowledge of a little bit more than I do. So
yeah.
So I ain't gonna discredit what he told me. So
right.
The other guy, I don't know him from the next guy. I've never really paid much attention to that Locked On podcast. So
Locked On, yeah. Well, they're not bad. You get some information out of those guys.
Yeah.
And they've got to put something up every day to keep it going. So that gets that gets a little difficult. Just ask ESPN. They can't do sports every day like they used to.
Oh God, man, I cannot watch ESPN, man. It's so so political now. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can't do it. My oldest son, he'll come over and he'll turn on Sports Center, and I'm like, or First Take or whatever them other shows are. I don't even know what they really are. But
Mhm.
he'll come on and put them on, and I'm like, oh my God, dude.
But
Really?
in a sense, it wasn't just ESPN. It was Fox. Fox was doing the same thing.
Yeah,
It was literally you could not get away from it, and it. Basically led me to YouTube. It really did.
yeah,
That's when I started looking for sports and information on YouTube instead of you know trying to get a little bit and have to sit there and listen to all that other crap. So
yeah. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a full hour of Sports Center or or anything on ESPN as far as that. If it ain't a football game or college game day or some kind of basketball game or whatever that I'm interested in, my channel hardly ever goes to ESPN. So
you know even college game day I can't watch anymore. I and I hate those little segments where they start playing that sad music, and you're like, dude, I am up ready to freaking go for the day. The last thing I need to do right now is get all emotional.
you don't
So,
like you don't like to get into your feelings, any?
nah, I just get up and leave. And I ask my wife, "Is it over yet?"
And she's saying, "Oh man, that's a sweet story. Come on back."
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Oh, how sweet. I don't mind watching them. I don't. I like some of them because I can relate to some of them with some of the
Sure,
uh, real life situations.
sure.
Some of the things they put on there, especially with cancer stuff. If somebody
Oh
had cancer
yeah,
or
right.
survived.
And I don't need to make light of that, but I'm just saying, I'm just not. That's not the time that I'm going to listen to it. So I just move on.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, there's I don't know. I guess they're trying to draw. I don't know. I don't know. I guess they're trying to reach a different audience by putting that stuff on there. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I don't mind it most of the time. Let's see.
Hey, Scott, real quick. Do you remember it being on HBO, the Wimbledon? I used to watch that every year on HBO.
I was never much into tennis. My oldest son watches tennis now. Matter of fact, he's in Connecticut, and they're supposed to be going to watch some kind of tennis. I guess it's a tennis match up there at the Tennis Hall of Fame.
Okay.
So he's up there now with his mom and grandparents, and he's big. He's into tennis. As far as watching Wimbledon, I can't say I've watched a whole lot of tennis. My stepbrother, whenever he was alive, he watched whenever I was a little younger. He watched a lot of tennis, and he probably watched Wimbledon on HBO or whatever. But I can honestly say I probably haven't watched much tennis.
Yeah, Scott said, yeah, he watched it on HBO. It was great on HBO. They did a good job with that.
Tennis is not a sport that hey, let's turn it on and watch it. I don't know.
Hey, Chuck, just give me a few minutes. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. JD said he definitely watched a little tennis in his day. Let's go back here. Josh Pate even says there's more than meets the eye. Like, please, the bullshit. Well, Josh ain't gonna give out his information on where he got his source, as far as the Faison ruling and all that. I don't know. Jordan Dillmaker, one of my good friends, best friend, whatever. He told me that, the decision's probably not going to come today, tomorrow, or probably anytime in the week or so. So, and it's all about power, I guess, for the NCAA. So that's what I take from it. So, but like I said earlier, I'm not disappointed we didn't get a ruling today because nobody, like I said, nobody ever really truly said, or nobody I know of said that there was going to be a ruling today. And like I said, me and the deal maker talked about it this last week, and he said the same thing. There probably wouldn't be an announcement or a ruling today. So I'm not shocked. I'm not upset about it. So, when all else fails, ESPN just goes to the Lakers or Cowboys or Mount Rushmore's is so garbage. Oh yeah, ESPN is garbage. So
It used to be great back in the day though. You could watch Sports Center, the same Sports Center 4 times in a row and be entertained.
Oh yeah. You definitely like back in the day. What 10, 15 years ago? I mean, you can easily turn on Sports Center and you can just watch the highlight or on a loop. Yep. If you miss something, in the first show, you can see it the second show.
That's right.
You wouldn't miss anything if you sit there long enough. You eventually watch it all. You get all your facts, all your scores, your highlights. No problem. But I don't know if JD's coming in or not. I guess he's still trying to get his son to sleep. So
and then JD might be dealing with some of these storms too, because I think JD probably only lives about 30, 45 minutes away from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Might even be less than that, but yeah, I mean, I'm hearing thunderstorms, but it hasn't really done anything just yet.
Well, I just heard a big boom a while ago, and I don't know if that was fireworks or if that was a thunder. I don't know. They don't tell about it around here, man. These people around here will blow some fireworks up kind of like me anytime. So
yeah, they were shooting them off Monday night. I guess that was last night, right? Yeah. No, not before last. Sorry, it's been a long week. But irritated to hell. I mean, this is like 1:30 in the morning. And it was in the neighborhood. I'm really tempted to get up on Saturday at 4:45 and crank the lawnmower and start. just to get back at them a little bit.
Just crank it up and let it run until it runs out of gas.
Yeah, I could do that.
Put it on high throttle.
It's always better when the clippers are engaged.
Yeah,
it's a little louder then.
Little louder. Oh man, you got anything you want to talk about, man? As far as sports, or
no? I guess not really. I mean, I'm sorry. Sorry, Chuck. What'd you say? Oh, okay. No, I guess it's just like the tennis with Scott. I do enjoy watching the tennis. I'd rather watch tennis than golf, tell you the truth. Depending where they're playing. But other than that, no. I guess I really have nothing.
Yeah, I'm more of a golf watcher than tennis. So yeah, I guess.
What's your favorite?
Huh?
What's your favorite tournament with golf? Which one?
Well, I think I cheer more for more golfers like during the Ryder Cup.
Gotcha.
If I'm cheering, I don't really cheer for a specific golfer to win or whatever, but yeah. I do like following the Ryder Cup a lot.
Okay.
And of course, everybody loves the Masters.
Oh yeah.
So if
that's the pinnacle to me.
Yeah, if I'm ever fortunate enough to get to walk out there and watch a golf match or a tournament, the Masters, I think that'd be something special because I lived like right across the street from that golf course for 2 years when I was in the Marine Corps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was
Okay.
a fence. There was a fence with high bushes and trees. You couldn't see it, of course, but every day I would drive by the front entrance to go to my office when I was in the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I literally lived right across the street from Augusta National for 2 years. So that's I guess that'd be my bucket list thing to do. If I'm ever fortunate enough to do it. The only problem is it's too expensive to get a ticket there. It's crazy ridiculous when you look at prices for hell, even a practice round.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
It is.
every year I enter this random drawing they have on the Masters website, and I've never won. So they do like I guess like a lottery draw. I guess
Okay.
every year you can put in your name, and if you win, how many tickets you want on this day, how many tickets would you want on that day, and they're reasonable on there as far as the price. The problem is you got to win. If not, you're looking through StubHub or one of these other websites that, they're into thousands of dollars just for one day. Yeah. And I like golf, and I'd like to go see that course, but I'm not paying $1,000 to go out there and walk around. I'm not paying it. So,
No.
But that's as far as golf, that'd be my favorite and thing I'd like to do before I die. It may not happen. Who knows?
Now, do you play golf?
I used to.
Okay.
I used to play golf quite a bit. I mean, I wasn't good at it. I just like to go out there and play and sling the clubs around and
Right.
say some words, of course. It was just more, just getting out there and relaxing yeah. I mean, it was.
Yeah. I would consider myself like a zigzag golfer. I go from that side to the other side.
I wasn't breaking, I wasn't getting ready for the PGA Tour or anything. So, I did a lot of gripping and ripping, and then what do they say? Grip and rip it, grunt it and hunt it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah.
No, I worked at golf courses, like in college, growing up and stuff like that. That's a fun little job.
Yeah, I mean, I like playing golf. I think it's one of the most frustrating and challenging sport to do.
Absolutely.
If you think about it, I mean, you're trying to hit a ball off the ground with a club that you have no idea. I mean, unless you practice and get good at it, you really don't know where it's going to go. And
right.
Everything's got to go. Everything's got to be in sync. If not, it's going to go left or right. So, I think it's one of the most physically, or one of the most challenging, both mentally and physically.
Yeah. No, I had when you work at a course, of course, you can play there for free and stuff like that and bring other people on. So I got, some nice clubs that were discounted out of the pro shop, and I kind of leaned into it, played it quite a bit. And then when I started working, I had a position where my position was just be there for 8 hours a day. It doesn't matter if it's 8 hours in a row or anything like that. So there was a small golf course in between where I was living and work, and I would walk 9, go to work for 4 hours, go back, walk the other 9, and then go back and finish off another 4 hours. And I was doing that about at least 4 to 5 times in a 7-day week, you know.
Yeah.
So but that's before everything, you know, before you have a house and it's just you, just a bachelor.
Yeah.
Different life, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And that same here. I guess I was married when I was still playing, but I haven't. I got a set of clubs out there in the garage I haven't touched in probably 2-3 years.
Right.
So, but when I was in the military, I would play at least every weekend. And when I got out, I'd play about every weekend. And then, like you said, you know, everything starts happening around you. And
Right.
you don't have the time. You don't have the extra money to go because golf's expensive.
Right. Yeah, it is. And
is.
I'd play, I guess I played about 2 times a week until I met my wife. And then I had to really reel it back. Are you going to take her out and, you know,
Mhm.
are you going to go play golf? And so,
You got to
I
learn how
learned
to
that way.
prioritize things.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
but
just
I enjoy,
how it is.
I enjoy doing it. I'm like I said, I'm not good at it, but I enjoy going out there. And when my stepbrother was alive, we were real competitive about it. I mean, neither one of us was, you know, like I said, burning up the course. But whenever we played, we were competitive, super competitive. He watched my shots. I watched his shots. If he did something wrong, I'm calling him out on it. We were competitive. I would beat him in golf probably about 80% of the time, but yeah, that's how competitive we were. You don't get to pick your ball up and clean it off and move it because if you own something, you know. If it ain't out of bounds or whatever, where you can
play it where it lies.
Play it where it lies, baby. He would be so mad about that, but I was like, hey, that's what we play, and we competing here. I mean, we didn't put a bunch of money on the line. I mean, it was probably a little bit here and there, but
yeah.
But he would get me back in pool though, because he was a really good pool player.
Okay.
I mean, he really invested time because he was a single guy for most of his life, and he really invested his time and money and stuff in playing pool, and he was real good at it. And he would always, you know, if I beat him on a golf course, he'd want to play pool, and I was like, I know I can't beat you. And I'll give you the last 6 in the break. I'm like, okay. Well, that means I got to break and make something, and then I got to make 2 or 3 more balls to win, and that may not happen. And you know, so, but yeah, he was real good in billiards. So he played a lot of 8-ball, 9-ball for money all night long. So.
Yeah, man, you think back in the day, you know, working at those golf courses or playing, you see a lot of stuff on those golf courses. A lot of stuff. I was at the club and I could hear someone yelling. And I mean, I thought someone was fighting. And you know, I see this guy throw a club into the pond. And he's starting to run up to his bag, and his buddies are over there trying to tell him, stop, don't do it. Man, he threw that whole bag into the pond. And they came around, they finished, you know, his other buddies, they finished the 18, and they took off in the car. They all took off. Man, I rolled up my pants. I went in there. I grabbed those clubs. I took them over we had this place called Play It Again Sports. I sold those damn clubs. But you see some funny things on the golf course.
Yeah, there's a video floating around on X right now of this guy. He apparently he's drunk and obnoxious, and him and his buddies are spending so much time on the tee box and they're not teeing off. And this group behind them is real really angry at him. And it's a big dude. And that dude starts talking shit. The drunk guy starts talking shit to him.
Oh, I did see that. You talking about the former NHL player that was wailing on that guy's head?
Oh, is that what he was?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And he's sitting there grabbing his shirt going, bam.
He's making sound effects when he's hitting him. And he throws him in the pond. Yeah, that was crazy. I saw that I think it was yesterday. But yeah, that dude, he kept coming back for more, man. I thought, what the hell?
Yeah, you could tell that dude was liquid courage that was running through those veins at that time.
Oh yeah. And he tossed him like a rag doll over the last right before the end. I was like, what the heck?
Tossed him 10 feet in a roll. Yeah.
Yeah,
man. Like I said, you see some crazy things. We had a tournament at this, and one of the golf courses I worked at, they didn't have a liquor license because the local college used it as their golf course, and it was a Christian school.
Okay.
So they agreed not to do a liquor license there, unless there were tournaments and alcohol was brought on by the players. They just didn't sell it, and but we had a truckers tournament, and it was a bunch of truckers. I guess it was like a union or a club. And the pro there, he was like, guys, we need to do this and do this. There's going to be a couple vans that drive up, and we're going to need some of those bus golf courts to take them around and drop these people off at the holes. And I'm sitting, what they do, they must be, doing something for that hole, win this, These vans pull up, the door opens up, and all you see are strippers walking out of the van.
What?
And what they would do, they would go to the green while the trucker is hitting on these greens. They're over there dancing, like pole dancing, not totally like pole dancing, but I'm sitting over there going, if this college, anybody from that college comes over here and sees what's going on right now, it's over. But like I said, you see some wild things on a golf course.
Wow. Yeah, that would definitely be, yeah.
There was a guy that drove down from North Carolina. He and his buddy had and they had their girls with them. And they came in. The place, you would go out to their car, grab their bags, get everything on the golf course, get them all set up. They just went up to the club, paid, and came back down. And the guy comes down. He goes, "Man, when is the bar gonna open?" I said, "The bar doesn't open on Sunday, And he goes, "Oh man, we don't have any beer. Well, where's the closest convenience store I can go to?" I said, "North Carolina." I said, "South Carolina people drive up to North Carolina to buy beer on Sunday if they don't plan right." And he goes, "Oh man, we gotta tee off." And I was like, I got a case in the trunk, and I had a fake ID back then. And so, I sold him that case of awful beer. I'm younger. I can't buy expensive beer for like $30. And I hooked him up with ice and and put the beer in the bag of ice and took that out to him. Yeah, like I said, the golf course is fun. You learn a lot from a golf course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to top that money out of their pockets is what you try to do.
Oh yeah. Wow. Oh,
but
man.
yeah, strippers
on the green.
Yeah. I was like constantly telling the pro, I'm going to go right around, make sure no one's tearing up the golf course.
That would definitely be.
It was interesting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, those were the days. You can't do stuff like that now.
No, Lord no. Well, I guess I'm getting ready to get off here because I'm getting close to 10 o'clock. I didn't plan to be on here this long tonight, but
All right, buddy. Well,
I appreciate you coming on. And
thanks for letting me up, Chuck.
no
You know,
problem, man. Thank you for all you do for the channel, man, and support it. And
Yeah, man.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate you so much, as well as all the other ones in here. So
Yeah,
but,
good group of guys in this community right here. So
yeah,
a lot of fun. All right, well, buddy, take care. Have a safe rest of the week, and I'll chat with you later.
You too, man. Have a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I think we ran a little longer than what I wanted, an hour and 50 minutes. Didn't really want to go that long, but we had a good time, hung out, a lot of conversation. Yeah, so that'll do it. Make sure you guys tune in next Wednesday as we'll have another live show, and be on the lookout for some more videos. Hopefully I can come up with some good stuff to put out there. Make sure you guys hit that like button, whether you're watching it now, you're watching it later. Hit the like button, please. All these likes matter, okay? All of them matter. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you like Gamecock content, do that. I do lives for the football games, fan reactions. Not really say live because I can't show the video, but I do live reactions. Have a good time doing it. So subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, give a comment after the show. Let me know what you think. And I think that's going to do it. And we'll see you guys down the road.